Hey there folks, welcome back. For those of you looking for some of the kind of motorsport content I do on this channel, have a look at all my other recent videos or keep an eye out for a later stream. Today I'm going to be talking about the A-Level Results Day, which is going to be affecting tons of students up and down the United Kingdom. For those of you unaware, the A-Level is one of the higher levels of United Kingdom education. It serves as a stepping stone into university or into the world of work, depending on what the student wants to do after receiving these grades. And this year, I want to talk to the students who are going to be receiving those results. It's been 2 years since I personally received A-Level results. I ended up getting into my university of my first choice. But what I'm going to be doing over the course of this video is hopefully giving some inspiration for the students who are going to be coming here having received their results. Whether it's results that they're overjoyed with or results that they're really downbeat about. Because I've been someone who has felt both. And I felt both when I was receiving my A-Level results. If you want to see my videos reacting to these results specifically, check the description below. But bear in mind, I had 2 A-Level results days. This was because of the gradual changeover to the linear structure that you guys have now. So, for those of you unfamiliar with it, the linear structure is where you take your exams at the end of the second year. We had also got the kind of modular AS structure, so you could take an AS which was equivalent to half of an A-Level at the end of your first year. So a lot of people would do 4 ASs and then 3 full A-Levels. But yeah, my first year I ended up picking up an A, a C and an E, as well as a distinction star in my BTEC in music technology. I ended up dropping the economics, partially because of a problem at my sixth form's end where they couldn't keep the course going. Partially because of the fact I got an E in it. And then I carried through to the end of my A-Level, music technology, history, English literature and mathematics. I picked up a distinction star in my music technology, which is equivalent to an A star in an A-Level, going by UCAS criteria. I picked up an A in English literature, I picked up a B in history, and when it came to maths, I actually failed it. Even though I was carrying over elements of a C, I ended up failing all of the maths exams I took in my second year. Even though I was doing a resit in one of them, I ended up getting half the marks in that resit than I did when I took it in my first year. And I remember some of the tough times that were going on. I was lucky that the morning of my results day, I got a text from my university saying, "Congratulations, we look forward to seeing you in September." But I know so many friends who didn't get that text. I know so many friends who had to go to clearing, because my year was a year that had the highest level of clearing places on offer at the top universities. And it was because of the fact that they've been bringing in these changes to the systems and they haven't been thinking them through. And that's nothing you can blame the teachers for. It's nothing you can blame yourselves for. It's something you can blame the exam boards for. I've seen results coming through today that are saying that if you ended up getting just above half marks in some of the maths exams, you would end up getting an A. That's because of the way the exam boards are. That's because of the way the government implemented these reforms over the best part of a decade. It's nothing that's your fault. It really isn't. And if you've done well, you deserve it. You really do. But I know so many people who are going to be picking up results today who will have a look at this and they'll be like, why did it end up looking so low? I put in so much hard work, I put in so much revision. And you probably did. You really probably did. But you just ended up being really unlucky at the time you're taking these exams. I think the best thing to say is that you're not going to be alone in this. There are going to be so many other people who are picking up the results today in the same boat. There are going to be so many other people going into clearing. Just take this in your stride and think about the next steps. I know so many friends who ended up in my university through clearing because they didn't end up getting the grades they needed for their firm or their insurance choice. And I tell you what, They get to the end of their degree and they say they're happier at the university that they ended up at than they think they ever would have been at their insurance or their firm. Sometimes that's the best way to look at it. Sometimes it's good to look at it in a way that when one door closes, another one opens. I think that's actually quite a helpful way of looking at a lot of things that happen in your life. When you don't get that job, it means you've got an opportunity to get another job. If you don't get the grades to get into that university, you can have a look at another university. Sometimes you'll find things you never thought you were going to find. And it's spectacular. It's wonderful. Like I said, I know so many friends who were so downbeat on their results day, and it wasn't because they didn't put in a revision, but it was because they ended up taking an exam at the wrong time for the kind of reforms that were going in. The reforms that weren't thought through by the exam boards, the reforms that weren't thought through by the government implementing them. So don't direct the anger at yourself. Direct it at this establishment that even today sits in number 10 as an advisor to the Prime Minister. Whilst we end up here wondering what we could have done. Don't beat yourself up over this. If you ended up getting an amazing result today, well done. It's something that you've deserved. But if you think that you deserved better than you got, you probably did. And I have no other words apart from I'm sorry to hear this. Just take it in your stride, hunker down, and see what other options are there. Because you might find something that's even better than what you were already looking for. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. I honestly wish you all the best. Whether it's going into the world of work, or going on to university, or doing something entirely different. Just remember, I ended up failing my Maths A level. And now I'm here at a university that I love, doing a course I love, with some of the best people I've met in my entire life. Hope to see you again soon. Goodbye for now.